Thank you all for coming to this press conference. It's for the early decision deferred students of the Cooper Union. I'm going to read a statement and then we have a bunch more statements. And it'd be great if you all stuck around because we've got a lot to say. Good afternoon. The Cooper Union is in crisis. My name is Victoria Sobel and I am a senior of the School of Art. In 2009, the Wall Street Journal featured an article about Cooper Union. The title read, "One College Sidesteps the Crisis. As many endowments suffer, no tuition Cooper builds and basks." A more recent article by the New York Times now claims that market convulsions shook the school's finances before the truth about its dire budgetary situation came to light. Students, faculty, and extended community know all too well that in reality, more than 2 decades of financial mismanagement at the hands of the present and past presidents, administrators, and boards of trustees have ravaged what is left of the school's endowment and plummeted Cooper into debt. In the 2 years since Jamshed Baruka has put tuition on the table at Cooper Union, 2 distinct patterns have emerged. One, that the Cooper community comprised of students, alumni, faculty, and allies has always risen to the opportunity to generate collaborative and creative ideas for cost reduction and revenue generation that do not sacrifice the school's historic mission statement of free education to all admitted students. And 2, that the administration and the board cannot bring themselves to honor the school's mission statement because they do not believe it to reflect the dominant narrative of the school. As a result, they have acutely withdrawn themselves to the point of anonymity and impenetrable opacity in order to deflect issues of accountability. Last semester, during the student lock-in of the Peter Cooper Suite, faculty from the School of Art came together to issue a statement in support of the mission statement. This semester, faculty formalized their statement, which concluded by affirming the mission statement, and they decided that they could not propose or vote on motions that involved the integration of tuition in any form. In response, the Cooper community received an email from Jamshed which cited that pending the board's decision in March about the future of the institution and in the absence of a sustainable model for the School of Art, the Executive Committee of the Board of Trustees has directed the administration to notify students seeking early admission to the School of Art that their applications will be considered as part of the school's general application pool. Simultaneously, early decision applicants to the School of Art received an email from the Dean of Admissions that read simply, "As requested by our Board of Trustees, all early decision art applicants, after being reviewed by our Arts Committee, were either deferred to being reviewed along with the rest of the regular decision pools or denied admission. This letter is to inform you that your application has been deferred." These emails fail to explain that the early decision pool from the engineering school was not impeded on by the decisions of the Board of Trustees. These emails fail to explain that the faculty from the School of Art met all throughout winter break to decide on accepted and deferred early decision applicants, and that these letters were halted in the process of being sent out by the Executive Committee of the Board of Trustees. These letters fail to explain that the administration and the board have doubled back on their word to applicants and their families that were told on numerous occasions by administrators, the school's official website, and admissions literature that the incoming class of 2017 would not be affected by the financial struggles plaguing the Cooper Union. These applicants have gone above and beyond their due diligence in holding up their end of the application process, and it is now time to demand accountability from the anonymous Executive Committee of the Board of Trustees in their egregious abuse of administrative power. Today, you will hear statements from applicants who have joined us in person and from those out of state and out of country that wish to have statements read on their behalf by students and alumni. This press conference is a public space for their responses that the Executive Committee of the Board had no intention of affording them. These applicants' futures are not theirs to hold hostage. They are not collateral. Today, we stand with the deferred early decision applicants to the School of Art and demand that the administration affirm the school's commitment to free education, that they stop pursuing tuition-based programs and eliminate other ways in which students are charged for education, that the board immediately implement with the goal of creating open flows of communication, information, and democratic decision-making structures. We demand the time and location of board meetings be made public. We demand records of board meetings and that the minutes be made public. We demand students and faculties from each school be appointed as voting members to the Board of Trustees. We demand processes by which board members can be removed through a vote from the Cooper Union community comprised of faculty, students, alumni, and administrators. We demand to know the names of who is on the Board of Trustees and in what capacity and what committees they serve. We demand that the Executive Committee of the Board of Trustees release the original acceptance and deferral decisions for the early decision applicants to the School of Art as decided by the School of Art faculty. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jenny Eagleton. I'm a representative from the Art Student Council. The Art Student Council wrote a letter. It repeats a lot of the things that Victoria just said, so I'll read only an excerpt, but the full letter will be available on our website. We also are responding to the email that was sent out to the community regarding early decision students. And so the Art Student Council, representing the School of Art student body, used this top-down action as a punishment that is damaging to the School of Art's credibility. Art Student Council would like to address several issues, misconceptions, and errors in President Baruch's letter, as well as implore the administration to provide more clarity regarding this decision. This is the excerpt. President Baruch's letter is essentially blackmailing the faculty. In a meeting on February 19th, President Baruch had denied that this action is, as many faculty have described it, punitive. Yet it was clearly issued in response to the art faculty's letter. Faculty did, in fact, comply with the President's reinvention charge to design a growth-based business model, but in the end, they did not agree to tuition at Cooper Union. Although faculty admit in their letter to finding the President's charge subtly coercive, they took it up in good faith and put in months of work to develop plans for tuition-based academic programs. The result of their planning, in coordination with financial consultants, was that tuition-based academic programs will not financially sustain the Cooper Union and will further damage this institution by compromising its biggest asset, the mission statement. In light of this conclusion, faculty did not submit the plan and instead made it clear to the President and the trustees that their rejection of tuition is participation and a commitment to a sincere reinvention of the Cooper Union, and that they are committed to putting in the work to realize this. Faculty have already met and will continue to meet to reimagine Cooper Union within its means. This was never an option in the President's charge. A reinvention process with the predetermined result of expansion via tuition-based programs is not a legitimate process in our eyes. In its vagueness, President Baruch's letter reads like a threat to faculty and applicants. If the board does not plan to admit a class to the School of Art due to a misunderstanding, we would like to know that. That is the case and have a conversation about it. If that is not the point of this mass deferral, then Art Student Council would like to know what is. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Owen Law. I'm a Cooper hopeful whose application to the School of Art recently became leverage for the Board of Trustees.
Can you read louder, please?
I was angered to learn that my future had been deferred and was now a bargaining chip. It is a disappointment that the administration is willing to use such sour negotiation tactics instead of engaging in constructive dialogue with the faculty. Like other applicants, I was attracted to Cooper's egalitarian principles and forward-thinking approach. Institutions like these are becoming increasingly relevant to a socially conscious generation that demands humanitarian reform. The abuse of anonymity and the irresponsible actions by the Board of Trustees are alienating the institution from both its founding ideals and from a future that values two-way dialogue, transparency, and responsibility. This is a crucially formative year to the Cooper Union's future and to a generation of students. It shouldn't be marked by brinksmanship. This battle between legislation and negotiation is being played out right now in my home province of Ontario with no end in sight. Our Ministry of Education has only created ill will and mistrust from its actions. If President Baruch and the board made available all information regarding the financial situation Cooper Union's creative and industrious community could apply a solution that ensures the founding principles remain strong for another 150 years. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jillian Dolan. I'm a senior in high school and I was deferred. Frankly, I'm scared. I'm scared to be admitted as a student to Cooper Union, which was the only school I applied to. And now I and so many others are stuck in limbo. It's become much more than being given just the vague knowledge of what I'll be doing next year. Now it's, should I be denied? I plan on taking a gap year to travel and make artwork and then try again come next spring. But if I'm accepted, my understanding is that I would be thrust into a political protest and a financial crisis, into a bitter power struggle between student and administrator, not just going to school. From what I've heard, everyone here is scared. The alumni are scared to donate money because they don't trust that it will be used properly. The faculty and students are scared that the very foundation of the school, its free tuition model, is on the table to be demolished. The administrators are scared of the huge debt afflicting the school and the revolt amongst those who inhabit it. I can only speak from my own experience, being only an applicant on the outside looking in. I want the administrators to know how much Cooper Union means to someone to have to make a choice between paying $50,000 a year or working way, way harder to get into Cooper Union, which offers that same education for free. I have done everything I could to be considered for admissions. I've done your outreach program 3 times, went to your essay writing workshop, bothered alumni for advice, reviewed old home tests, read blogs from current students, followed the updates on the website, read the interviews of each dean of the schools. Cooper Union has made me work harder than I ever had before because of that promise that I was given. The promise that I wouldn't be driven into debt because I chose to follow my passion for art. But I'm not here out of anger. This issue at hand is much more significant than me. Cooper Union is and always has been unlike any other university. America is currently a country where tuition, that is education, is driving individuals into debt, so the very jobs that they're being trained for don't cover their cost of living and their student loans. How unique is Cooper in that context? You get one of the most well-respected institutions in the country with a forward-thinking staff and diverse student body. That is not only diverse within race, religion, thank you very much. That is not only diversity within race, religion, and ethnicity, but also economic status. All things that us students do not choose, but are born into. And schools across America are stratifying these young minds because of the way they're raised was incongruent with what it means to act like an honor student or whose families barely have enough money for food, let alone a tutoring service. Too many kids are at a disadvantage from the start. Ever corny as this may sound, Cooper Union is a beacon of hope. I don't need to tell you that the school is an amazing model for higher education. Amongst the art school, us as applicants were promised to be evaluated based almost completely on our artistic and creative merit, as well as our drive to do well at your school. And if admitted, we would receive one of the country's best educations to visual arts and a full tuition scholarship to support us. This school levels the playing field. That's incredible. I didn't lose faith in this school. I love it too much. No matter what my admissions decision might be, I want nothing more than this school to stay afloat and continue to provide all students with a free education. If Cooper proves it's possible, it proves that an affordable education in this country is not a fantasy, and that would be a groundbreaking start.
We have one more ED applicant.
Watch out.
Okay, so 4 months ago, I made the choice of applying to Cooper Union ED, and like many, I've dreamed of attending for quite a while. And as I sat in at the orientation, listening to the many great things about the school. One promise was made, and that was that the dilemmas that were occurring financially at the school would not affect students applying ED for fall 2013. About a month later, I received my home test. I have never poured so much mental and physical energy into something as I did that home test, and I can assure you I'm not the only student who will tell you this. Applying to this school early decision means so much more than just applying to any other school. But last week, all of us were given a complete slap in the face for nothing but our dedication and passion that we have shown towards the school these past months. Not only were we told to wait until March to get back results, but the school has gone back on a promise that was made to us just months before. Although this does not apply to me, what about students that had to choose this school ED over another? You can't expect to take an action like this without a reaction. These are our futures, and so far it seems that they are not in good hands. Is this how hopeful incoming students should be treated? Is this a good way to introduce class of 2017 to Cooper Union? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Diana Lozano. I am a current student in the School of Art at Cooper. I'm reading a statement on behalf of Annalise Holmes from Valley Falls, New York. I applied to Cooper Union as an early decision applicant and was promised to receive an early decision notification in the first week of February. This is clearly stated in the 2012-2013 application and home test schedule, given to me by a lovely faculty member at my portfolio review. Even though this important document of deadlines was distributed to countless applicants, apparently it meant nothing to the Board of Trustees. I found this a bit disheartening, since all of the applicants had to meet the January 7, 2013 home test deadline. But Cooper Union could not meet the early decision notification deadline in return. Then, on February 13th, I received an email explaining that all ED applicants were either deferred or denied, and that I was being deferred and wouldn't receive a notification until the end of March. There was no explanation as to why this was happening, and no apology. As an applicant who worked hard to meet every single deadline in order to receive a notification the first week of February, I find it quite unfair that applicants were not only denied their right to early decision, and that we were given no explanation or apology. I honestly lost faith and interest in Cooper Union as an institution because of these poor decisions, until I found out how Cooper Union students and art faculty are standing up for my rights and the original guiding principles. In fact, the only reason why I'm aware of what is happening is because of your dedicated students, to Jamshed and the board specifically. This is an absolutely unfair way to treat your faculty and students who are working so hard to preserve the founding principles of the Cooper Union. I find your actions detestable. I am not your collateral.
Hello, my name is Pete Holupka. I'm a sophomore, a Jophomore transfer student in the art school, and I'm happy today to speak on behalf of Ben Admin from Kenmore, Washington. When I first discovered Cooper Union, I was surprised and delighted to hear that the school, offering one of the best higher educations in America, also carried a vision of free tuition. However, last week, I was equally surprised to hear that not only was Cooper Union potentially on its way to abandoning its 153-year vision, but also that we early decision applicants are seemingly being used to pressure those standing up for it. As a student having recently finished the college application cycle, Peter Cooper's vision and the school's original mission is what sets it apart from other schools. It is unique and valuable as an institution promoting education based purely on merit, not financial status. This sets Cooper Union apart from other schools and promotes a more diverse student population determined by the talent of the students, not their net worth. Those of us who chose to apply for early decision made a conscious choice that Cooper Union was our first priority to attend. That also means that we gave up the opportunity to apply for early decision at other schools. The impression conveyed by the letter from the university president is that because the art school did not provide a money-making opportunity for the school, but instead is standing up for the original principles of the school. the art school is being punished. Making the decision not to allow for early decision not only robbed early decision applicants of opportunity elsewhere, it also pits different schools within Cooper Union against one another and has the appearance of being used for leverage against the art department. No. I must finish Ben Admin's statement. I apologize. I chose to apply early decision to show commitment to the School of Art. Now I'm ashamed that this is being used as a threat against it. Making pawns of the most eager applicants not only sets a terrible precedent for conflict between students and administration, but raises tension in a time when collaboration and unity is being sought between the schools of Cooper Union. Regardless of whether my deferral leads to acceptance or not, I want my voice as an applicant to support the school's original vision and those backing it. And I want to thank the students and faculty of the Cooper Union for so strongly defending the future all of us potential students desire.
Hello, my name is Stephen Warnick. I'm a recent transfer student into the School of Art. I'm reading a statement on behalf of Brianna Benson from Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. Suddenly senior year finally comes, which invites excitement of all kinds into the life of the typical senior. 12 years of schooling are finally ending, only to further the ambitions that you have been dreaming of throughout your life. The most important decisions are made on your behalf that directly intervene with the outcome of your future. I am not one to regret my past actions, but applying early decision to a school which I believed would respect that is a mistake I wish I didn't make. Cooper Union took that decision I made for granted, forcing me to question the integrity of a school that is so highly prestigious. I am not defined by just a number. I am an individual who defines herself by her actions and decisions. Cooper Union, I am not your collateral.
Hello, my name is Camilo Cadena, and I am a senior in the School of Art. And I'll be reading a statement on behalf of Samantha Rosner from Miami, Florida. To President Jamshed and the Board of Trustees, what have you to gain by disbanding the pool of early decision applications? Not only is this a childish response to a petty matter, but to pass over students who have determined that they unconditionally wish to attend your school is simply bad business. By deferring us, you're turning away the very people Cooper Union needs in its time of trouble. Dedicated and passionate students of the arts. Early decision is a contract, an agreement between student and school. Well, I've held up my end of the bargain. I entered into a contractual agreement with you the minute I sealed away my package. One that I was under the impression was binding. President Jamshed, you want Cooper Union to be a business? Well, run it like a proper businessman. We are not your collateral. We cannot be cast aside as opportunity cost. We are artists. We do not stand by, we respond. Try deferring us. We are not so easy to turn away. You can defer us, but we will not stand by and defer to you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tyler Page. I am a sophomore in the School of Art, and I'm happy to read a statement on behalf of Hamzat Rahim from Milton, Massachusetts. To Jamshed and the Board of Trustees, my name is Hamzat Rahim, and I am a deferred applicant, early decision applicant to the Cooper Union School of Art. I chose to apply in this fashion because I wholeheartedly believe in the school's core principles regarding its definition and approach to education, as they resonate with my core philosophical and spiritual principles. Last night, I was notified that I was deferred and would be considered along with the pool of regular decision applicants. The reason being completely beyond me. I chose to dissolve my confusion by reaching out to my fellow early decision applicants. I found out that virtually all of them had also been deferred. Furthering my search, I found myself amongst a community of Cooper Union students leading this cause against tuition, specifically in regards to the Cooper Union School of Art. From them, I started to receive a bit more information, a few videos and transcripts of a board meeting, including a few teachers and students, about the current state of affairs. I was directed towards contacting you, as perhaps you may have more information to offer myself and my fellow early decision applicants, as well as the greater Cooper Union community. In my home test, I began to speak about peace found in the balance communication introduces, inspires, and fosters. I believe that we do not understand each other when we do not see each other. In order to be effectively seen, we must aspire to accurately present ourselves through whatever fashion we deem fit. I chose art, just as many of us do. I must say, I'm in a cloud of confusion. I'm aware that I'm in this cloud, and this is why I'm writing you today. In this cloud, I feel as though I've aspired to present myself as accurately and effectively as I can through the art and responses I presented on my application. Sadly, I have not been dignified with the same presentation and attempt at clarity. We applicants, along with the greater Cooper Union community, would love some clarification. So many things have already been spreading that I'm sure probably are not true. People are being blamed and antagonized. All this because we are stuck in an opaque cloud of confusion, pleading for transparency. We, as early decision applicants, have presented ourselves as clearly as we can. Please dignify us with a clear response, as it is incredibly important in planning our futures. Why did we get deferred? The Cooper Union community begs for the same level of clarity, to see eye to eye with the powers that be. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Asher Monis, and I'm a sophomore in the School of Art. I'm reading a statement on behalf of Maeve Howard from San Francisco, California. Dear Cooper Union Board of Trustees, no one wishes to be left in the dark about a decision that decides their future, and certainly, no one wants to have to worry that their future may be doomed before it even has begun. Cooper Union is my dream, and I don't mind waiting a little longer to find out my decision. However, what upsets me the most was having no explanation as to why the decision had been made, to either deny or defer all applicants. Being left in the dark only leaves room to worry, and it's not fair. Please, don't leave your current students in the dark about their fate of their beloved school, and please, don't leave your applicants in the dark about the fate of their future. Woo!
Hello, my name is Rob Singleton, and I am a sophomore of the School of Art. I'm reading a statement on behalf of William Stewart from Nashville, Tennessee. These are grim times we face. As early decision applicants, our futures now lie in the hands of bullies. These bullies will stop at no stunts until they get what they want. In their eyes, we are collateral, pawns of human commodities. Anything other than visionary artists. These are grim times we face. Cooper Union's admissions process is no small feat, a rigorous trail of artistic discovery that consumes every applicant. Many important holidays fell within the window of early decision home tests, and many students forewent these events to produce potent output freewheeling. This vehemence should never have been tarnished indiscriminately, let alone be used as political leverage for a one-dimensional gain. Our admission is being held hostage in deferral limbo, and arrangements for another round of acceptance. Shockwave seeing that we are affirmed at open houses, mine on November 30th, 2012, that the class of 2017 should be unaffected by matters of tuition. However, we must now question the accountability of this anonymous executive committee of the Board of Trustees. They have kicked us like garbage down the road with little sympathy. These are grim times we face. As applicants, they'll allow us one last charitable chance. Just kick us down the road. To chance the mission statement is to change the entire formulaic framework that has made this institution so culturally rich and successful. During the past week, the student and faculty solidarity has been extremely potent and inspiring. This is something you will not find at many institutions. Letting these bullies ruffle and disrupt this environment not only ruins but threatens the institution's landmark tradition of free education to all. They have bruised our aspirations, but we won't give up. Let the bullies tremble at a free education revolution. The deferred have nothing to lose. It has only been taken away. Fellow deferred applicants, united we stand until we're full-fledged students of the Cooper Union School of Art.
Hi, my name is Amay Lutkin, and I'm a graduate of the Cooper Union School of Art 2006. Today I'm reading a statement on behalf of Haley Jung, all the way from Singapore. Cooper Union has been my dream university ever since I decided to take art at a serious level. Hence, without any doubt, I knew that I was going to apply to Cooper Union as early decision. This decision remained firm even when I received the home test email a week later than everyone else, because I was that certain about Cooper Union being my top choice university. I had, and still have, a high respect for the vision of providing full scholarship to talented and passionate students. I spent my entire December break working on the home test, and I had less sleep than during my school days. I also chose the Cooper Union early decision home test over my exams that were to take place in January. However, I didn't mind or regret all of these at all because I believed that early decision clearly shows my seriousness and eagerness to attend Cooper Union than the regular decision test. Because of this, it was heartbreaking to hear that all the early decision applicants were either deferred or denied. I had been nervously waiting for the result to come out in February, but what I heard was something totally unexpected. My honest feeling at that moment of hearing the news was that the entire time and efforts that were spent on the home test and other supplementary materials have been considered futile. Surely deferred students will be reviewed again, but that does not abolish a sense of betrayal for the broken promise between the school and prospective students who had decided to apply as early decision. As students, we all have the right to know exactly what is happening with the art early decision applicants.
Hello, my name is Sebastian Quijada. I'm a sophomore of the School of Art. I am reading a statement on behalf of an applicant from Boston, Massachusetts. It's not my place, not being part of the community, to speak to the conditions of Cooper Union, financially or culturally. I will say, though, that I feel like I've been betrayed, to some extent, by whoever made the decision to withhold the early admissions decisions. I spent a considerable amount of effort on my application with the promise that Cooper Union would hold up its end of the bargain and give me an admissions decision at the beginning of February. Changing the rules halfway through isn't a fair way to play any game, much less one that a lot of people are hanging their futures on. These first few weeks of February have been some of the most anxious of my life, and I hope the board recognizes that they've not only exacerbated that stress, but damaged my trust in the Cooper with this decision. Thank you.
My name is Caroline Willard, and I'm a graduate of the School of Art in 2006. I'm reading on behalf of an applicant from Glen Ellen, Illinois. I can recall very distinctly my portfolio review with a faculty member back in October this fall. Near the end of my review, the reviewer asked me if Cooper Union was truly my first choice. Enthusiastically replying yes, she handed me a faculty-referred early decision application, which I quickly completed so that I could receive and complete the home test. I worked very hard to get my home test in on time, paying over $100 to have it shipped promptly to arrive at the school. The delay in response and future waiting period, while extremely disappointing to hear about, is not nearly as upsetting as the opacity and ambiguity regarding the situation as a whole. It was noted in the President's letter written on February 13th to the Cooper Union community that, quote, pending the board's decisions in March about the future of the institution, and in the absence of a sustainable model for the School of Art, the Executive Committee of the Board of Trustees has directed the administration to notify students seeking early admission to the School of Art that their applications will be considered as part of the art school's general application pool. Albeit ambiguous and insubstantial, I am upset that we as applicants weren't told, at the very least, this information about the situation in the email we received. I am not upset because I am concerned with my personal admissions decision. I am upset because I, and many others, simply haven't been told the valid link, if any, between the described situation and the admissions of prospective students. Please demonstrate the same transparency regarding the situation and in regards to future problems, as has been so passionately demonstrated by the student body and faculty members at the school. Whether positive or negative news to our ears, we all deserve and wish to know it fully. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank all the press for coming out and for everyone for showing up. I recommend that you guys talk to some students about what's going on before you leave. There's also faculty out here. Definitely get a better idea of what's going on. Thank you.